Hey, we're back!
Hey yo!
Yay.
So, technically
Welcome
speaking,
back.
we already did start Flynn's route at one point. However, it's been a hot, half year since we started Echo.
Yeah.
So, I'm leaning towards just kind of restarting for both Flynn and Jenna's routes from here out.
I agree.
Okay.
So, is everyone cool with seeing what happens when we go after Flynn one more time?
One more time.
Also, we've got a very sleepy DJ.
No, we also have a very sleepy Sam, but she's got to work, so she's doing her best to stay up.
Oh, okay. So then what I'm hearing is I shouldn't start singing lullabies.
I will mute you.
Alright, hold on. I have the perfect lullaby.
Seb, I
Just
will
have-
mute you as well.
Well, hold on. Hear me out. One
There we
sec,
go.
one sec.
Preemptive mute.
What? Wait, no. Undo that.
Well, when he was stalling, I was like, I'm not gonna let him do
I'm
it.
searching up the lyrics because I forgot them.
See, the thing is, you don't know, what he's looking for is traditional Polish lullaby done in heavy metal.
Mm.
Did
you find
has
it
she
yet, Sam?
unmuted me? Yeah, I found it.
Okay, Sam, can you unmute him just for a little bit at least?
Yes. He's unmuted.
Say your prayers, little one, don't forget, my son, to include everyone. I tuck you in, warm within, keep your freeze from sin, till the Sandman he comes. Sleep with one eye open, gripping your
Oh, yeah, you got too
pillow
loud for me.
tight. Exit light tonight. Anyway,
I
that's
like
enough
that
of
it's
Sandman.
half correct.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys all ready then?
Yeah.
Yep.
I look back at Flynn as he winds his way down the trail toward the road. I sigh angrily, starting towards him. Oh, Matt, you get lines.
I do?
Yes.
Chase, I wouldn't.
Someone's gotta talk sense into that idiot. He thinks he can just get away with this shit?
You know how he is.
I keep walking, removing Coral from the scene so he doesn't get any more lines.
Going back to smoking pot.
He's moving pretty slow, so it's easy to catch up with him. He's got his hands jammed to his pockets as he walks along, his head down. Hey, Flynn! He jerks his head up, then looks back around at me. He's chewing on a toothpick, which he promptly pulls out of his muzzle.
How the fuck do you think you're doing, Chase? Go back.
Yeah, right. You think you can just walk away from me after saying shit like that? He stops walking and turns around fully to face me. I step right in front of him, just a few feet away. He looks me over, and for some reason, I can see a smile threatening to crack his face as he tries to keep it hidden.
Yeah? And what are you gonna do about it?
I shrug. Talk? We were having a good time. Why do you have to go and turn everything good? He suddenly steps up close, thrusting his chest out into me. It hits me around the neck, and I stumble back.
Not in the mood.
He sticks the toothpick back in his muzzle before he turns and starts walking away again.
Go back to the river so you can talk about what an asshole I am.
What? I watch him go for a bit. I'm not too worried about Flynn actually beating me up. I annoyed him pretty bad before, but he had never actually hurt me. At least not maliciously. On top of that, he'd have Leo to answer to if he ever did anything like that, and he knows how that would end up.
With my legs cut off.
In this case, it'd be Flynn's legs cut off.
I
Flynn's
don't
legs
want to have my
cut
legs
off.
cut off. Not just yet, anyway.
Still, he did look pretty angry when he stepped toward TJ. More than I'd ever seen him before, probably. Now might not be the best time to do this. Oh, so I also just realized that for both TJ and Flynn's routes, they give you an option to turn back from going down the route, which is interesting.
Keep going!
They don't do that for Carl, Leo, or Jenna, from my memory.
Because ours are emotional.
Screw him. Once again, he thinks the active and asshole can just brush off what he doesn't want to talk about. Well, I'm about to show him exactly why that doesn't work when it's a stubborn otter he's up against. I start following him, doing a little jogs to catch up. This time, Flynn hears me and whirls around, pulling the toothpick out of his mouth again.
Your ears filled with water? I said fuck off.
I flinch a little under his yelling, but I square my shoulders and walk up to him, standing my ground. Now I'm only 3 feet away. Or what? You gonna hit me? Really? Go on, try it. I look him in the eye, and immediately I know I have nothing to worry about. This is Flynn, after all, one of my best friends. Whether or not he'd admit to it, our little group is family, no matter how many stupid fights we get into. He's trying to scare me, though, with the way he's leaning over me, glaring. I just smirk up at him, and pretty soon, I see his facade crack. He slumps down, letting out one massive sigh, deflating like a life-size lizard balloon.
Fucking otters. What do you want?
I want you to stop being a dick. Flynn looks right back at me and glares, some of the posturing coming back.
What?
Oh Christ, you heard me.
That is not a good thing to say to me right now.
Flynn starts leaning over me again, and I lean right back, almost bumping muzzles. Yeah, well, everything you said back there was not a good thing to say. I see the corner of one of his eyes twitch. We're so close I can smell the beer on his breath. I can see that smirk tug at his muzzle again.
Coming in for a kiss?
He presses even closer, and I feel my muzzle flush, but I'm not backing down.
I see how it is. You're bored with Leo and now you want some lizard action, eh?
No, I just want an explanation. He raises a brow and leans back a little. Of why you're being such a dick when we were all supposed to be having fun.
Actually, I think I know exactly what this is. You're trying to prove me wrong. Well, being an obnoxious twin doesn't suddenly mean you've got personality. Anyway, they told me to speak my mind. I did.
He turns away again and starts walking. I quickly catch up and start walking alongside him. That's not an answer. Besides, even if something's true, it doesn't mean you have to point it out in the middle of everyone's vacation. Flynn keeps walking, often to glare at the dusty trail. Do you really think I'm just looking to bone all of you? I'm not! Flynn laughs, and for once, it's not cynical. It's genuine.
And I think what you're doing right now isn't helping your case, Chase.
What? I'm just trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with you, Flynn. My phone buzzes and I pull it out.
Oh, DJ.
Yeah.
DJ, you have one.
Leo will be filled in by Sleepy DJ this week.
Oh, yes. Are you okay?
I was promised Sleepy DJ, if you remember correctly.
Are you... okay.
No, I'm kidding, DJ. You don't have to do that. We don't need another tired all the goddamn time.
But no, I'm not going to.
It's a text from Leo. Everything's fine, and I'm just trying to talk to Flynn. Flynn snorts right in my ear, making me jump. I jerk my phone away as I realize he's been reading over my shoulder.
What? Wolfie Boy thinks I'm gonna clock you for being annoying?
You almost hit TJ.
Almost.
At this point, we're walking along Lake Emma Road, the trail winding between it and the reservoir itself. There's a little guardrail on the lakeside, but it's rusty, and I seriously doubt it would stop any car from going over into the lake. Foreshadowing. for other routes. Another 10 minutes and we'll reach the motel. My phone buzzes again as I get a response from Leo.
If he does anything, call me.
Flynn sighs again. He stops, and I turn to face him. He looks sad for once, staring
Sexy
hard at the
after
ground.
looking at you.
I just sort of blacked out for a second. I was angry.
That's what murderers say after they kill their exes.
Jesus, Chase.
Or after they kill Sydney.
Well, okay, I fucked up.
Yeah, no shit.
It's just something that's been fucking with me ever since it happened. That he's not telling the truth.
Flynn looks up at me sharply.
You know he is.
Oh, we do.
Flynn's staring at me hard as he's looking for something. As if he's looking for something, and this time I do look away. Well, what if he isn't? Or, what if he is?
No, you saw him right after it happened. How scared he was, how he couldn't look at any of us.
I have no idea what to say. Flynn never talks about this. Before today, the last time I heard him mention Sydney was like 6 years ago.
It's just, it really fucked me up.
Hold on, I'm doing my math here. That means the last time he mentioned Sydney was in 2009. Maybe 2008. Depending on how Chase is defining years ago.
Yeah. Then we thought we could just come back to this stupid fucking lake.
He kicks his foot across the ground toward the reservoir, some pebbles falling over the steep drop and plopping into the water. It fucked all of us up. It fucked us all up. But Flynn most of all. Look, Flynn, maybe something did happen. Something he doesn't want to tell us. But it's TJ. You know what kind of person he is.
That's what makes this so fucking shitty.
But we were kids. He was like 10 years old. We're different people now. Hold up. That doesn't check out. TJ was 7 when everything went down. Because Sydney died in 2003.
He was like 10 years old, yeah.
Well,
Like.
Sydney was 10. TJ would have been younger than the others, so he would have been like 7 or 8.
I'm just saying that Chase is like
Okay, yeah,
math.
yeah, he's doing
math, whatever.
general. Okay, yeah, you're right. Looking behind Flynn, I see Leo's van coming up from the road. Flynn waits for me to go on, but sees me looking back, and does so himself. As soon as he sees the van, he folds his arms and looks and turns his head to look out across the lake. As it pulls up alongside us, the window rolls down, and I see Jenna in the passenger seat, Leo next to her.
Hey, we're headed back. Want to get in?
Flynn doesn't say anything, instead choosing to continue staring at the lake. I decide it's probably a good idea for me to walk with him instead of making him do it alone. Nah, that's alright. We're just talking. Leo shifts his gaze to Flynn, studying him before turning back to me.
Alright. Text me later, okay?
Okay. The window rolls back as the van pulls away, kicking up some dust from the roadside as it does. I turn back to Flynn, who's still looking at the lake, chewing slowly on his toothpick. That's when his stomach growls so loudly it almost makes me jump. I snort, and Flynn fixes me with a glare.
What? I didn't get to eat.
Neither did I. Which is your fault? Flynn grunts and keeps walking up the trail toward Echo. The town's windows and rusted signs glinting in the desert haze. I skip up alongside him. Hey, why don't we go to the diner? It's just a few minutes away. Flynn grimaces.
I can't eat that shit anymore.
What? When's the last time you ate there?
A few years ago.
Wow, what do you eat then? Flynn laughs.
I got a painting where they actually have grocery stores.
Oh, well, okay.
Uh,
A few moments of silence pass before Flynn speaks up again.
Guess it wouldn't hurt to eat there again, for old time's sake.
As we walk into the diner, my senses are assaulted by nostalgia. Everything looks and smells the same, from the faded patched stools to the smell of burgers and fries. Out of habit, I start walking towards the corner booth, the one we always used to sit at.
Where are you going?
Huh? I look back at Flynn, who's standing near the counter, looking ready to sit on one of the stools. Oh, come on, Flynn. Those are uncomfortable. Besides, it'll be easier to talk. Some of the patrons are starting to look up from their meals. Flynn looks around, clearly embarrassed, and shoves his hands into his pockets, making his way over to me.
Fine.
I slide into the booth, into my usual spot on the right-hand side. Usually Leo would sit next to me. Flynn sits opposite me, leaning back, eyes half open. Tired?
Yup.
I wait for him to elaborate, but he doesn't go on. Up late? Flynn reaches up and rubs his eyes.
Yeah.
The long breath he takes in before he says that tells me he's starting to get annoyed, so I drop it. Luckily, that's when Janice, the old diner waitress, comes over to our table.
Chase? My goodness, what are you doing here?
Hi, Janice. Just doing a school project.
Really? I wonder what sort of schooling might be here for you.
I'm actually just getting some film of the town. Flynn's covering both his eyes with his hands now, as if that's going to make him invisible.
And you, Flynn? Can't say I've seen you at all recently.
Flynn makes a low grunting sound, not taking his hands away. Janice keeps talking, though, unfazed.
Well, anything like to drink while you're deciding on your meal?
Water.
Chase?
Ooh.
What do we want?
Root beer
beer.
float.
You gotta say root beer float.
Well, that
Beer.
sounds pretty
Oh,
unanimous. Can I get a root beer float, please?
Sure thing.
I'm saying things a little too optimistically, but I really want a root beer float.
Now I want one. Damn it.
Stop making me want food.
Flynn does move his hands at this point and looks at me. His expression is odd, like he wants to say something. I look back and raise my brows, but he just shuts his muzzle and looks out the window.
Alright, I'll be right with you.
As Janice moves on with some other patrons, I look back at Flynn. Were you going to say something? Flynn shakes his head, folding his arms on the table and hunching forward.
No.
Somehow his mood is even darker than it was earlier. I sigh, frustrated. It's so damn hard to understand Flynn. His mood swings are absolutely ridiculous. I lean back and fold my arms, scowling.
What?
You know exactly what. I'm trying to be friendly here. Flynn shrugs, a bewildered expression on his face.
I don't know what to say, Chase. It's been a shitty day.
I don't say anything and just look out the window like Flynn. Again, there's a tense silence between us. I just listen to the clatter of silverware from the two other people in the diner, along with the old rockabilly music playing over the crackly speakers. Finally, Flynn sighs. I decide that that's his signature expression, like Carl's shrug.
Sorry. I'm just... Like I said, it's been a shitty day.
It's fine. That's when Janice brings our drinks before taking a notepad out to take our orders.
What have you had?
Tune him out. It's on your rings.
Uh-huh. And you, Chase?
What do we want? Roast beef sandwich, bacon cheeseburger, tuna melt.
Bacon
Mac and
cheeseburger.
Let's do his order. Tune him out.
Alright, I hear 1 vote for tuna melt, and I hear 2 votes for bacon cheeseburger.
Let's make it a tuna melt.
Alright,
So
Matt,
many
sounds like you're the tiebreaker.
Damn it. So we have 2 for bacon cheeseburger and
2 for
Two
tuna
for
melt. No one wants a roast beef sandwich.
rude.
Although if I was ordering, I probably would get a roast beef sandwich.
I'm going roast beef sandwich.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go with what I would have ordered in this situation. Bacon cheeseburger!
Yum.
The bacon cheeseburger sounds good.
Alrighty. And what do you have on the side?
Fries or onion rings?
I'd get onion rings.
I hear 1 vote for onion rings.
Some onion rings.
Onion. Oh. Yeah.
I'm
Onion
sure
rings.
the Burger
Onion.
King's onion rings.
Alright,
King's onions are gross.
Yeah,
that sounds like a lot of onion ring votes then, so here we go. Onion rings, please. Flynn is staring at me in a weird, squinting sort of way, as if he's trying to see something.
Go through?
Hmm?
Did it go through?
Mm-mm.
Apparently not.
Alright.
It didn't,
Great.
sorry. I was just drinking water, and that's why I couldn't respond right away.
Oh, gotcha. Great. I'll have it right over. Sit tight.
As Janice bustles away, I look to the side, then back at Flynn. What? Flynn keeps squinting, his face incredulous now.
You're really not.
He doesn't finish and instead shakes his head.
Never mind.
Seriously, you're kind of freaking me out. Flynn chuckles and covers his eyes again, rubbing.
Same.
What the hell is he talking about? I'm opening my mouth to ask again, but he cuts me off.
Listen, I've got the day off tomorrow. Do you want to do something?
I stare at him, at a loss for words. First he's acting like a complete douche, then he tells me I'm scaring him, and now he's inviting me to hang out with him? Is he, what do you call it, bipolar? I guess?
Alright, I'll come by sometime afternoon. Maybe with Carl. He doesn't do shit, so you should be free.
Okay, I guess I could use a break from working on a project for a bit. Flynn goes on to tell me that he and Leo often go out to fish on their days off, and it's actually a lot of fun. I'm still trying to get used to the shift in conversation when Janice shows up with our food. Flynn stares down at his giant greasy sandwich while I take a bite out of mine.
I'm gonna regret this.
Why? Tastes great.
Well, you're lucky. This kind of food fucks up my stomach.
Do you make your own food?
Yep.
I snort, and Flynn looks up sharply. Sorry, it's just hard to imagine.
Hey, I'm a real good cook.
I guess the expression on my face is showing. I don't buy it, because he smirks back at me.
Fine. Sometime this week you're coming over. I'll show you then.
I shrug, even though I feel like I've won some kind of secret battle we were having. Deal. Flynn pulls me over the rocks and boulders. I stumble along, trying to keep my balance. Flynn's insistent though, almost angry. We reach the edge of the lake, and he throws me down. I stare at the wet sand, then back up at Flynn. He points and tells me to dig. I start digging. I don't know what I'm looking for, and I ask, but Flynn doesn't say anything. Water keeps filling the hole. It's hard to keep sand from sliding back in. Finally, I reach in deep, and someone grabs my paw. I stay like that for a long time. We did it, guys! We made it through Monday!
Woo!
Yay!
All right, so let me go ahead and end the episode here. Say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.